This is a short video presentation about the back office modules of KServeHRMS. KServeHRMS has a number of modules which are grouped under three categories. The back office modules are the ones used by the HR and the accounts personnel to manage the HR and payroll function. Self-service functions are those used by the employees and managers. Add-on and reference modules are provided to ensure that they suit the needs of individual organizations and are varied depending on the type of organization. Our focus today is on what you see in the bottom right, the back office modules consisting of employee database, employee lifecycle, leave time and attendance, payroll benefits, and statutory reports. KServeHRMS has a very flexible organization model. It is designed so that it can adapt to various types of organizations, whether they are small or whether they're big. It can be a large multi-company operation with a large number of locations, departments, divisions, teams, and subdivisions. It can also be used by a very small company. The different parts of the organization model can be renamed depending on your need. For example, a division can be renamed as a branch, or a location can be named as a city or a state or whatever is relevant for you. Individual processes can be configured depending on how the approval process takes place. The employee database module of KServeHRMS consists of over 250 fields covering various aspects about the employee. They're grouped under the categories of personal details, positions, responsibilities, skills, previous employment details, travel documents, and much more. Most importantly, the employee database is live and online. As in when new employees join, they're automatically inducted into the employee database. As in when promotions, transfers, and movements happen, they're automatically updated into the database. And as in when pay is modified, the pay details are also updated into the system. The Employee Lifecycle Management module of KServeHRMS tracks all aspects of employee movements through their life in the organization. It starts right from the job offer to pre-joining, induction, joining, confirmation, and movements within the organizations like promotions, transfers, and increments, and also various types of separations like resignations, retirements, and terminations. All these are tracked as different transactions, and the status of these movements are recorded, and one can easily know all the movements that happened for any employee through the life in the organization. Along with each movement, one can generate letters, and one can also make changes in the salary, and these values are automatically updated into the payroll, which means that any change that impacts during the movement is automatically considered during the next payroll cycle. The next module we're covering is the leave and attendance module. The leave and attendance module is configured such that it can handle the needs of various types of companies having different policies, different holidays, different shifts, and different methods of uploading attendance data. For example, the leave policies may be different depending on the company, and the various leave types like sick leave or maternity leave can be configured depending on the laws of the land or depending on the laws on how the company determines its policy. And based on this, the leave balances are calculated. Leave policies and company holidays can be different depending on the location, and it can also be different depending on the company. One can also configure shifts and determine attendance times around these shifts. There are multiple methods by which attendance data can be uploaded. It could be via spreadsheets at summary and detail levels. It could be via employee self-service functions where you check in and check out. It could be via biometric devices wherein the biometric data is updated onto the system and converted into leave. The end result is that you have an updated view of leave balances and leave reports of all employees in the organization. The self-service module is also configurable, which means that if you set self-service on, you could have an approval method by which employees raise a request, supervisors can approve, and automatically the leave balances are updated. The payroll module in KServeHRMS is very flexible. It is defined in such a way that one can set up models or elements relevant to your company or your location. The various aspects of the pay slips, like for example the basic pay, or for example the annual pay, or whatever are the pay elements within your pay slip, can be configured, and one can define rules that determine that pay element. This could be directly entered, it could be based on calculated rules, or it could be based on grade values common for all employees, or it could even be uploaded every month. One can configure various types of benefits and taxes. For example, the example given here are what is applicable in a country like India, where there are terms like ESI and Provident Fund and professional tax and labor welfare funds. In other countries, you could have different forms of taxes. For example, in the Middle East, you could have a Gossi tax, or you could have various other types of benefits. All these are configurable, and one can set up calculated formulae and make it relevant for relevant countries to set up configurable benefits and taxes. This flexible model therefore allows you to also handle changes in statutory requirements as provided by the government. Payroll is also very flexible. It can handle multiple payrolls across multiple locations. And most importantly, it has a very intuitive function called intelligent error avoidance to ensure that before payroll is processed, all the commonly applicable errors are identified and highlighted so that the person processing payroll can avoid them when they're dealing with large number of employees and large number of values. Payroll results can be obtained as pay slips, summary reports, and can also be configured as to be sent out automatically by mail.